out there, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another live stream, Telecaster Tuesday, Tongue Out Tuesday for the doggies. What's up, everybody? All right, so that last little jam at the very end there, if you guys recognize that, that was I Get By With a Little Help From My Friends, but the Joe Cocker version, as a little play or a little shout out to my guest that I'm about to have on in this new world here. He did a Beatles version cover with a bunch of amazing, talented artists, but it's Charlie Worsham, everybody. Super talented, amazing guy. He'll show you himself.
What's going on, man?
Hey, Charlie, how are you, dude?
I'm great. How are you, Marty?
Well, under the circumstances, I'm doing pretty good, man. What were you originally going to be doing right now?
A lot of what I'm doing now, I was going to be writing a bunch, but I was going to also be out on the road with Old Crow Medicine Show starting about this time. And so I've got a few more days at home than intended. And I'm very grateful. All things considered, it's compared to what a lot of folks are going through, that I have a mild disruption in my plans, and so I'm grateful to be playing a lot of guitar.
It sounds like at least you can be creative and work on your own music right now.
Absolutely. Quarantine has no control over creativity, thankfully.
Yes, for sure. Now, I think I see that Martin. Is that what you're holding there?
That's what I'm playing. Yeah, this is which, by the way, man, I've been so fired up to get to watch the video of our hang together. It's been fun to relive that day that we spent, and this is indeed the 12 fret sinker with the slot head. And cage top.
Nice. So real quick, everyone, Charlie Worsham is a amazing artist. I know you played with Vince Gill a lot, obviously, right?
Yeah, I got to be in his band last year. It's pretty special.
Old Crow Medicine Show. You were supposed to be out on tour with them, as you said. Your own music as well. And then you were on Guitar Tours, which is on my channel, and we went through some guitars. You want to remind people, and also people who haven't watched it, you want to tell the story about that Martin, and then maybe play it a bit?
I'm going to do a song called Don't Quit Your Daydream. Very Beatles inspired as well. He grinds a 9 to 5, he rides in on the train. Marching single file, every day the same routine machine, just a cog in the wheel. No room to breathe in the concrete and steel. It's just a number, just a name on the desk. It keeps a sense of wonder like a flame in his chest. Deep in his heart, there's a voice and it screams, don't quit your daydream. Ooh, don't quit your daydream.
Yeah. Woo!
All right.
Okay, so we had a really awesome story about that Martin guitar you were playing. Also, real quick, is that song available to listen to, or is there an album?
Oh, gosh. Leave it to me to play a song that isn't out there. I'm sure there's a version on YouTube.
Okay.
And I've been doing a bunch of live streams, and it's in heavy rotation on that. But I've been writing for a new record, and I've just kind of gotten into the habit of trying out new material. And based on the tens of records I sell, everything's new to most people. So it'll be out there at some point, though.
That was sweet, man. I would do something with that one. So now you're playing this amazing Martin acoustic. You have a cool story about it. So why don't you share?
Do, and I'll have to show this with the other guitar to tell the whole story.
All right, please do.
This is the 14 fret sinker, and these are the two of the ones we talked about on Guitar Tours. So this one is the most recent purchase I made, and I love how big the bottom end is on this 12 fret model. Great songwriting guitar, and it's interesting the difference in the spacing, just the way the neck is laid out. But then this is the one. This was the guitar. I woke up and stepped outside my door, and this thing was sitting in a case the morning of my wedding. And this was a sweet, sweet gift from my bride, my wife, Kristen.
Right.
What had happened, a lot of our early dates were Opry dates. I was playing the Opry, side effect of dating a musician, you know, and it comes with pros and cons. But one of the pros being that we get to hang out a lot backstage at the Opry. And most nights at the Opry, George Gruen of Gruen Guitars is there. For several years now, he's been touting these Sinker guitars. So he'll show up at the Opry with 3 or 4 of them. And date night after date night at the Opry, my wife would see me just drooling at this guitar and thinking in the back of my mind, you know, I'm saving up for a ring, not a guitar. And then lo and behold, on the day I'm getting married, this thing appears. And this is sort of my number one. This is the house is on fire. I'm grabbing this guitar.
Oh, man. You called it a sinker, and that's because it's super
Yes.
old wood that was in the bottom of a river, right?
Correct. Yes. So up until the 1930s, from like the 1880s to the 1930s, over 50 years, guitars for Martin were made from wood, virgin growth wood, that was sourced out of Belize. And to get the wood to the factory, they had to float it down the river. A third of the logs that they floated would sink. And they moved on to a different source for wood. And then, of course, eventually certain types of trees got to where they were endangered and all of that. So what they had the capability to do more recently is find the logs in the river and retrieve them. We developed technology, I guess, to be able to do that. And when George Gruen got wind of this, that Martin was going to make some new guitars with 100-year-old wood, he said, look, I want to buy and then sell every single instrument you make with this wood. And so he designed these guitars along with a few other models. These are the Quad O models, the 12th fret and the 14th fret, but there are also some killer like D18s and different body shapes and styles. He's even got a 12 string made out of sinker wood. But the back and the sides, the neck and the blocking and the bracing are all 100-year-old wood. And so that what you end up with is a new guitar that sounds a lot like an old guitar, which is cool in my book.
All right, so here's what I'm thinking now. So we can't jam together. I'll just start a little groove, and I'm going to do A, just in honor of our Guitar Tours episode, which everything was in A that day.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start just a groove, but then you go nuts, man. You do what you take off. You can solo, you can groove, you can take it into another groove. I mean, do whatever you want, but I'm going to start you off. It's like a, you know, like the old storytellers, like one person would start a story at a campfire and they go, and then the next person has to go do something with it.
Okay.
Now this, I don't know, I'm just making this up as we go, but it sounds like a good idea.
I love it. I'm going to pass it back to you too, so be ready.
All right. We'll see. Okay. Here we go. Johnny Worsham.
You go.
Big A chord,
I didn't know you could pass the jam back and forth. That's my first time to do that on a live stream. That's so cool.
Well, I wish you and your wife and your community the best. You know, such a weird time. You know, we are all. I feel like we're in this together. I mean, that's what I feel.
Yeah. I do too, and I'm sending the same good vibes your way to your community and everything. I do feel like, you know, I've been asking myself this question a lot. I think it's a useful question for right now. But what does this make possible? And in that, you know, it makes so many things not possible that we normally reach for or choose to spend our time and energy doing or whatever. But I personally have been I've been writing a lot of letters that I've been meaning to write for years, phone calls I've been meaning to make for years, catching up with old bandmates, literally the guys who were my mentors and taught me the ropes. And so it's kind of been this cool side effect of being, you know, sheltering in place at home, getting to reunite with some dear old friends, you know. I'm trying to find more of those things that this makes possible.
Everyone give it up for Charlie Worsham, you guys.
And I sure appreciate you having me, Marty, and I love getting to do the guitar tours with you. And that's a great series I'm a fan of and proud to be a part of.
Thank you. Well, dude, thanks for giving us your time. And everyone, if you don't know Charlie Worsham yet, or you're just coming on, this is Charlie Worsham. Follow him on Instagram and every other platform. YouTube, you got a YouTube channel. You did awesome Beatles collaboration, Everyone from Home.
Yeah. So I used to do this series called the Cover Challenge, and I still do, but I hadn't done it in a while. So I decided to bring it back for quarantine, but bend the rules. The original rules were that I had to play every instrument and cover this song and put it out and all that. But this time I enlisted all my friends here in town that have home studios, and so great players like Sadler Vaden with Jason Isbell in the 400 unit, John Osborne of the Brothers Osborne, and some great singers, Lucy Silvas, Jillian Jacqueline, Stephen Wilson Jr., so many good friends and musicians contributed. And we just wanted to bring a little cheer into a world that needed it. And
that's on your YouTube channel?
On the YouTube channel, representing the Beatles.
Charlie Worsham, ladies and gentlemen. Dude, stay safe.
Thank you so
Be well. I hope we can hang out in person as soon as possible.
Me too, man. Me too.
All right.
Appreciate you having me. Stay safe, brother.
Yeah, you too. We'll see you later.
Ears ring, microphone, a song to sing, around a crowd, getting loud and lit up stages, all night to play, tools of the trade.